example like tackling corruption, for instance, example like tackling injustice. Those are things that I constantly cry. And you and I know that we are definitely not moving in the right direction as a nation. I was thinking earlier on that if I am in the National Assembly, I will be able to change the status quo. But after being there, I understand that the National Assembly is not for an individual. National Assembly is for the majority. Good my ideas are, they are not important if it is not supported by other members of the National Assembly. So I say to myself, should this continue? Then that is actually what warranted me for me to come out and say, I should also contest for presidency. I can't say it is too early because we have seen our Gambian youth dying in Mediterranean Sea. Is it too early for us to come together and rescue ourselves? You and I have seen inflation constantly draining us. We are not even safe in our own home. So now, should I sit back? I could have said, let me wait until when I complete. But the suffering of the Gambian people, how will we tackle that? Is it too early that the Gambian, is it that we want the Gambian people to continue to suffer to a certain extent? Then I can come out to rescue the people, to rescue a nation. But if people don't know what to say about you, they will say it is too early. You understand? Because they don't know what to object. They cannot say you are corrupt, you are insincere, you are not honest, you are not competent. But the only objection that they will bring forward, it is too early. Today, as I sit here, I am 36 years of age. Is it too early for me to know that injustice is bad? Is it too early for me to know that corruption is bad? Is it too early for me to know that my fellow youths, my fellow Gambians should not die in the Mediterranean Sea? Is it too early for me to know that we should tackle inflation? Is it too early for me to know that we should tackle insecurity? Is it too early for me to know that we should tackle injustice? I said, move in silence, and when you hit harder, and then the ball rolls. And that is the step that I have taken. Forward ever, backward never. By the time I am declared winner in 2026, immediately I will also make sure that the economic forces leave the soil of the Gambia as soon as possible. And there was a time I even told the minister, remember today you are in power, but tomorrow you are to leave office. And whatever you do matters. And I can remember one of the ministers also telling me, Bakary, you speak as if you were going to bring the cloud down. I said, no. Whatever you do, remember one day it will come out of hidden, and then it will be known to the public.
And Mr. Bakary Badjie came third.
I came third.
So is Mr. Badjie ready to sacrifice?
How old am I from the time I declared for my presidential candidate and today?
Maybe
you're
months.
Looking at that.
Maybe
it's
months.
less than even 4 months. You understand?
Yeah.
So now going ahead towards 2026. Now another survey may be conducted, and then we will come and see the result of that survey. And then based on that, we will decide who the flag bearer will be.
Hello and welcome to this talk show program here on SS Media. And today my guest is, of course, Honorable Bakary K Badjie, National Assembly member for Foni Bintan-Karana, and also an aspiring candidate in the upcoming presidential election. Mr. Badjie, welcome to SS Media.
Thank you so very much for the invitation, and I am also very happy to be here with you people.
Thank you for honoring our invitation and taking on the stress to come to SS Media. And we will start with your candidate, Mr. Badjie. Some time ago, you announced that you will be contesting for the 2026 presidential election, and we will also be talking about your presence at the GALA. Of course, videos circulating on social media, so recorded your face where you give at least a short brief and a short speech to the media out there why you went to the GALA protest. And also, we will be talking about security issues in this country. As you know, frequently we have been mounted with crisis in our security and all other stuff. And also, we will be talking about a possibility of having a coalition. And also, there was a survey that SS Media conducted on our WhatsApp platform, and the results of the survey will also be discussed. Now, to start with, Honorable, what motivated you to take up the decision of running for a president?
Thank you for the wonderful question, and the question is truly appreciated. And as I said, I am happy to be here and also to be interviewed as well. As you know, the country, you and I know where we are heading to, and you and I understand that we are not headed in the right direction. And as a member of National Assembly, I have a role and I have a responsibility. And my role and my responsibility is also to formulate laws and also to perform the oversight function. The third one is representation. But in the process of doing so, I tried to call for so many things. Example like tackling inflation, for instance. Example like tackling corruption, for instance. Example like tackling injustice. Those are things that I constantly cry. The low salaries, how will we tackle this issue of low salaries, civil servants being paid bonus instead of salaries? So those were constancies that I was crying for. And you and I know that we are definitely not moving in the right direction as a nation. And in my conviction, in my mind, I was thinking earlier on that if I am in the National Assembly, I will be able to change the status quo. But after being there, I understand that the National Assembly is not for an individual. National Assembly is for the majority. And I found myself among the minority camp. So my decisions, however good my thinking is, however good my ideas are, they are not important if it is not supported by other members of the National Assembly. So I went forward and I made so many I've been crying for so many issues, and my cry is never heard and is never respected. My opinions there are of no importance, and all the time when we vote, it is the majority that carries the vote. So therein I said, how can we change this? And I have seen so many things that I have not seen earlier on before became a member. I have not seen so many things, but now that I'm a member, I have seen instances where institutions are found wanting on corruption, people are unjust to certain things, and the government officials, some of them are not sincere and honest towards the people. So I say to myself, should this continue? Then that is actually what warranted me for me to come out and say, I should also contest for presidency because the nation is for all, and just and honest people are the people that should rule our nation. If I am to sit back like everybody is sitting back, then we will never have the kind of nation we want. And I believe in the youth leadership, and the youth should take the center stage in governance.
All right, we've had, I mean, you've talked about your reasons, I mean, what motivated you to seeking for presidency in this country, and I believe every youth out there, every reasonable Gambian out there have heard you and have understand what you stand for at the National Assembly, and we also appreciate the ideas that you are bringing in. Now to many are of the opinion that your candidacy at this point in time is premature, given that you are yet to complete your first tenure at the National Assembly as a parliamentarian. Are you moved with this? What would be your response to those that are thinking like, this is honorable, like he just came into parliament, less than 5 years he's here and into president?
Very important question, and this is the view of some of the guys. But in my opinion, I can't say it is too early because we have seen our Gambian youth dying in Mediterranean Sea. Is it too early for us to come together and rescue ourselves? You and I have seen inflation constantly draining us. You look at the rate of dollar today and the euro today. The euro is almost $82. You know, 1 euro is to $82. You look at the CFA, for instance, same, you can change it for 620 now. So these are things that we are faced with as a reality. Insecurity that we are all talking about, that we are not even safe in our own home. Fear have driven up in our street. And you are looking at the agriculture sector. Instead of being the productive sector, producing things for us, instead it is only consuming. Now we are only importing things to the country instead of exporting. So now, should I sit back? I could have said, let me wait until when I complete. But the suffering of the Gambian people, how will we tackle that? Is it too early that is it that we want the Gambian people to continue to suffer to a certain extent? Then I can come out to rescue the people, to rescue a nation. So that was my thinking. I do not exist. It's not about me, but it's about the people. It's not about my desire or what I should do, whether I will achieve or what I will not achieve, whether people will say this or that. But my desire is to rescue a nation, and the Gambian people have experienced a lot and have gone through a lot, and we can no longer wait. And those that are corrupt, if people don't know what to say about you, they will say it is too early. You understand? Because they don't know what to object. They cannot say you are corrupt, you are insincere, you are not honest, you are not competent. But the only objection that they will bring forward, it is too early. And that is something that is hard for me to understand. Today, as I sit here, I am 36 years of age. Is it too early for me to know that injustice is bad? Is it too early for me to know that corruption is bad? Is it too early for me to know that my fellow youths, my fellow Gambians should not die in the Mediterranean Sea? Is it too early for me to know that we should tackle inflation? Is it too early for me to know that we should tackle insecurity? Is it too early for me to know that we should tackle injustice? In fact, shortage water, we don't have enough water supply. Shortage in terms of water supply. NAWEC is another burden on us. The cash power is very expensive. We are buying from Senegal. Now imagine us buying from Senegal, and Senegal use the profit that they gain from us, save it in their economy. So this is the challenge that we are faced with. And for me, it is now or never.
It is now or never. And thank you very much for making that point clear. I believe everyone out there that is doubting or that is having that question running into your mind that where is this guy coming at this early stage? I believe he has already given you the answers for that. Now, the next thing that I will discuss with you is like you came through the No to Alliance movement and you are from a region, part of a region called Foni. And don't you think your this decision to run for presidency without correct me if I am wrong, many feel that you didn't inform them. I mean the likes of your compatriot at the parliament that is also from Foni did even say that he was not aware that you are going to contest for presidency. Don't you think to take this bold decision all by yourself could bounce back at you one day?
No, it could not bounce back at me one day. Because for I as an individual, I always tell people that whatever you do will bounce back to you. If you do it with noble intention, with sincere intention, then good will come to you. If you do it with bad intention, with the intention to betray, with the intention actually to destroy, then it's going to bounce on you negatively. So this intention is noble. I was not only seen at Foni at that point in time, I was seeing the Gambia. And I believe that greater than anything is the Gambia. And I believe in the progress of Gambia. That is where my faith lies. And that is where I want to stand for, and that is what I want to stand for.
But
For me, I definitely informed my executive committee at the constituency level, which about 95% of them are still supporting me. You have the chairman who is with me, the vice chairman is with me, the secretary general is with me, Kusamai Ward chairman, Sibano Ward chairman, the PRO, and all the important positions, and the Kusamai Ward councillor, and they are all with me. So that is enough for us to come together and push the agenda of the country. And most of the time I say this. I said, move in silence, and when you hit harder, and then the ball rolls. And that is the step that I have taken. Forward ever, backward never.
You were among the people that cheer up our security forces. I mean, you fancy them so much that you believe that they have the capacity to secure us. But recently we have had the Chief of Defense Staff, Mohamed Ochan, who encouraged the soldiers not to listen to people that are always criticizing the presence of the economic forces. Now you are here as an aspiring presidential candidate. Do you think we have the security force that we need to protect ourselves, or do you think we should stick by the economic forces, or do you think it is high time that the economic forces leave out?
By the time I am declared winner in 2026, immediately I will also make sure that the economic forces leave the soil of the Gambia as soon as possible. Because we as a nation, we have enjoyed long-term stability, and through our Gambia armed forces and the security sector, they have wholeheartedly and defended us throughout the past years. And they are competent, and nobody will ever doubt their competency. So for me, the Gambia armed forces is of importance to me. For me, the security sector is of importance to me. Before we use our money in paying the economic forces, in giving them comfort and so on and so forth, why can't we give the same money? Why can't we pay our civils, our security sector, a better salaries? At least that will maintain them, and also they'll be able to perform to expectation. Now, if you meet the security forces in the country, you will be disheartened, because sometimes their condition is so terrible that they are not well paid, they are not well taken care of, some of their allowances are cut. So this is a challenge that we face as a nation. So why are we still harboring these Senegalese forces, and not only Senegalese but economic forces as well in the Gambia? So we should be responsible for our security, because we have our security, we have our everything. We as a whole, as a government, can defend ourselves, and we are ready to defend ourselves. And we will stand by our men in uniform, and we are ready for our men in uniform to take full responsibility of securing our nation.
You were seen at the GALA protest. In fact, you supported their demand. They were demanding for the immediate and unconditional release of the youths held in custody. You came through the Noto Alliance, and that means you were in support of the former President Jammeh, or you were an ally of the former President Jammeh. Why didn't you use your position? People might be asking, when you were at the National Assembly, where was Honorable K Badjie, or was Honorable K Badjie aware that the sales, was he aware that there was a flaw in the sales of former President Jammeh's asset, and why didn't he do any action during his time?
We took many actions. Many parliamentary questions were posted to the Minister of Justice. And that time, the Minister of Justice came out plainly in the floor of the House and told us that we cannot actually give you the list deliberately in the floor of the House. And then we are only 5 and a few of us that are supporting for them to release the list so that we know who bought what from what, at what point in time did they buy it, and what were the measures that they took to actually selling those products. And even if they said it's not Jammeh's asset, now what we are talking about is the nation. Now, if you sell any asset that belongs to actually former president or belongs to the nation must know what it is. The nation must actually understand the reason behind you selling what you sold. And the money does not belong to any individual, it belongs to all of us. And for the fact that it belongs to all of us must know what is there and what is not there, the procedure that you took to selling those things, and what are we going to use the money for. We should know. We have passed the ATI Act, which actually is telling us that the access to information is a right for the Gambian people to know, to access the information, which is definitely an important point. But we have been calling for it, but blindly then at the time, we could not have the support that is required at the National Assembly for us to actually to press the minister. And there was a time I even told the minister, remember, today you are in power, but tomorrow you are to leave office. And whatever you do matters. And I can remember one of the ministers also telling me, Bakary, you speak as if you were going to bring the cloud down. I said, no. Whatever you do, remember one day it will come out of hidden, and then it will be known to the public. What will your reaction, or what will your status at that point be? So whatever you're doing, do it based on sincerity and honesty. You said you have seen me at GALA protest. I did not only attend GALA protest, but I attend every protest that is based on sincerity and honesty. The last protest with the judicial enumeration bill, I came out and I attended the protest. Now, if I believe that the young are right, I am not afraid of the young. And they are the people that put us into position. And I am also part of them. Now, imagine if I were not a member of parliament, I will always be wherever they are. Now, what will make me different that today I am a member of parliament, that I will not participate? And now, because I protest during the judicial enumeration bill, it has shown the people in authority and political figures that those in authority and political figures can also participate in protest. Now, you have seen when GALA guys came, and also they were demanding for the list. When I came out, and it has actually triggered other political figures also to come out to show to the people that we can also protest, and this and that we can do. And I told the people clearly at National Assembly that the protest continues so long we don't have what we want as citizens of this country, as constant use of this country, as GALA, then the protest continue. And I told GALA guys that this one, they should not relent, they should keep it head on, because the Gambia is for all of us. Now the protests continue, and I will continue to protest with the youth so long it is in the interest of the nation, and that should be known to all.
But many people did say that, well, you are always at protests because you want to defend. Does that ring a bell into you, Mr.
It has not ring any bell into me, because most of the time what I said is about ask the people that know me earlier than today. I have always been in for the youth since the first day I entered into the National Assembly. I always spoke about the Gambia. Today, if I have seen anybody who can actually wipe the tears of the Gambian people, I will gladly sit back and enjoy and not become a political figure.
I mean, is Honorable Badjie willing to go into a coalition?
That the future will determine that.
In a recent survey conducted by SS Media TV on its WhatsApp platform, it shows that SFR topped the polls as the favorite candidate to lead a coalition, if there should be a coalition. Are you moved by this results?
And who came second?
Halifa followed, and Mr. Bakary Badjie came third.
I came third.
So is Mr. Badjie ready to sacrifice?
How old am I from the time I declared for my presidential candidate and today? You're looking at that. It's less than even 4 months. You understand?
Yeah.
So now going ahead towards 2026, Now, another survey may be conducted, and then we will come and see the result of that survey. And then based on that, we will decide who the flag bearer will be.
So at the moment now, Mr. Badjie will hang on and will be waiting for SS Media to continue
the survey.
Series of
yes,
surveys.
Because one survey is not enough, and we will want more surveys to come in the future. And people also need to allow me time for me to go around the country, sensitize the people, and see the willingness of the people, and see whether they will believe in my political agendas and whether my agendas will be able to convince them. Because I am even yet to finish phony to actually bring all the people under one umbrella, talk less of going to other parts of the country. So I am in the move, and the sky will no longer be the limit for the Gambia, our homeland, and we are not leaving it for anybody. We are ready to take it head on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Badjie. I believe that was a very swift response to all the questions that were put up to you. And the next that I will do is like, and time is not on our side. The next that I will do is like, what will be your final message to the people out there that are following SS Media, to the youths out there that are eager for change? Do you think the wind for change is blowing? And do you think now is the right time to subscribe?
SS Media, I thank you so very much for the invitation. And indeed, the youth for their information is the Gambia must change. And the time have come. And we are not resting until we have the Gambia that we want. Forward ever, backward never. It is now or never. We will go for election in 2026, and we will be declared winner, inshallah, by the help of the Almighty Allah. We are not turning left, we are not turning right towards 2026 presidential election. And inshallah, the youths will be happy, and the youths will definitely have what they desire as a nation.
Thank you. Not happy right now, Mr. Badjie?
We as youths of the nation, I can speak better for the youth, because we are not happy and we are not satisfied. If we were happy and if we are satisfied, we will not have been protesting. So the side of showing that we are not happy, we show us that we protest for the Judicial Revenue Matters and National Assembly bills, and now we are also protesting for them to be transparent and accountable so long they hold public office. So we are not happy, we are the least happy, to be honest with you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Badjie. And that was Honorable Bakary K Badjie. I'm a National Assembly member for Foley Bintan Karana, and of course he was once my scoutmaster when I was in senior secondary school. It's good to have you here on SS Media, and to our followers, keep following. Till I come your way next week, I've been your presenter, Madam. Bye-bye.